Welcome back to the show. Our next guest is multi-award winning recording artist, songwriter, actress, and producer, Beth Tinnon. No matter what Beth does, she brings her own special blend of class and sass to the entertainment masses, performing all over the world. And so happy that she's here somewhere in Atlantic City also. Beth, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Mike. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yep. So listen, Beth has been, folks, a frequent guest to the ACMike show on radio and also here at Stockton University. We really appreciate you coming. Beth, let some of the folks know where you got your start. You know, you got that accent too, that Tennessee twang. Listen, this woman's been on every stage possible with Johnny Cash, on and on. I'll let you tell it.
I grew up in a musical family, being from Nashville, Tennessee, so there's a lot of live music, a lot of live music venues, and at a very young age I was able to audition for Opryland, which was one of the longest running shows in Nashville, called Country Music USA. So I did that for 4 years, and then I portrayed Patsy Cline and Wynonna Judd in the show, as well as many other characters. But that kind of laid the basis for me getting my foot in the door professionally, you know, and having a steady gig 5 days a week. So just growing up in Nashville, there's so much music. I just got back last week, matter of fact, and it's grown tremendously. And, you know, Music City, the interesting thing about Music City is it's not just country music. There's all styles of music. There's anything from blues to jazz. Of course, country music, today's country, yesterday's country. So it's really interesting and nice to see how much it's really grown and how many more venues there are there. And it really is a great town.
It's interesting when you say that, when you were just talking today's music, today's country, and yesterday's country. Explain that. This wasn't going to be part of my question, but I love that you brought that up.
You know, traditional country, well, there's bluegrass, which is a completely another animal within itself. But traditional country, you know, is more of the upright bass, more of acoustic, with a certain style that I would almost say could be like early 50s rock and roll or jazz, maybe fusion in there, you know, if I'm maybe explaining it correctly. So I really like that style. I mean, I like the rock and country too, like, because sometimes I like to rock out, but I really like that upright bass sound. And when I do perform jazz, like I do over at the Hard Rock, I have an upright bass player and a piano player that back me up for more of a jazzy kind of cool sound. But we can weave some of that stuff in there because that instrumentation lends itself to that particular style, you know.
Right, and it's interesting you say that because some folks, I mean, here we get it, and I get what you're saying, but, you know, I think old school country, I mean, I love it, right? But what's going on now, too, it's a little different. I'm like, wow, that's in the country genre and whatnot. And you brought up Hard Rock, Atlantic City. You here in our area, in our region, you're an icon. Quite frankly to speak, and we appreciate you being on the show. But talk some about that, how you made that transition from out there, Tennessee, and then bringing it out here to the East Coast.
When I was working in Nashville, you know, they have producers from all over the country looking for talent because it's such a great talent pool in Nashville. So some cruise ships, some producers from Vegas were looking for talent for Disney Cruise Lines and a high energy, you know, dance party band. So I auditioned for that particular producer, went to Vegas, rehearsed with the band, and then I went and did 2 consecutive contracts with Disney with that show band. And that led to a brand new ship coming out. He also was providing talent for Holland America Cruise Line, which is a 2-week itinerary, and there's a lot of formal evenings. So the music on that was a little different, a little bit classier, and a lot more ballroom style dancing. So I was able to front a jazz group on that particular contract. And while I was singing on that ship, I met some folks who worked in Atlantic City in the entertainment industry, and they said, you know, you would really be great in Atlantic City. You should give it a shot. And so when my contract was up, I just came for a visit, and I was here 2 days, and I got an audition.
And what year was that?
That was in September of 2000.
Wow.
And then shortly after that, I was able to audition for Dennis Gomes.
Right, great guy. Wow.
Great guy. What a loss for the city when we lost him. But he was looking for a personality to take over the Top of the Trop 5 nights a week, and I had a chance to audition for him, so I passed that audition. He was a wonderful audition, super nice guy, and so that kind of led to my permanent residency there, which I'm still at Tropicana, not 5 days a week. I bounce around all over the place now, but there's been a lot of ups and downs in the city. I've been here 21 years. I can't believe it. It just seems like yesterday I just moved here. It just blows my mind that I'm still in Atlantic City, and that's so sweet for you to say that. And one of the sound techs that was setting me up last week when I was at the Hard Rock, he said, "You're legendary," and I was like, "Oh, well, thanks." You know, it's a very nice compliment. So. Yeah, so
you're quite welcome, and I caught you many times at the Top of the Trop back in the day when I was running around with hair, and about 20 pounds later. But it was great to see you and then get to meet you and talk to you a little bit and come on out. Because again, the unique thing I feel is like a lot of folks don't realize that you can be a freelancer, sort of, you know, that not just a Trop, and now you're at Hard Rock and that sort of thing. So how does that work? I mean, because with the casino industry, especially in entertainment and marketing and whatnot, it seems like there are always an influx of a group comes in, a group goes out. So how hard is that to maintain? Do you have an agent? Do you do it yourself? Or is there one sometimes, not all the time?
Yeah. There's one thing that I tell everybody about Atlantic City is it's always going to change.
Right.
The one thing you can count on is it's always going to change. So there's a lot of executives coming in and going out or moving around to other casinos or even to casinos in the tri-state, which, you know, some of those relationships that you develop being a professional. And most people know that even though I am from Nashville, Music City, country, and I do love country music, I love all styles of music. I'm kind of like a Ray Charles type, you know, like I just love all different styles of music. And a lot of people in town that know me know that I'm capable of doing a lot of different styles, and that's probably part of the formula of being a great entertainer, is that you can read your audience and see what their body language is telling you, and you know, go more in that direction if they're responding more to one style or another, you know. But you got to be able to do that, and you got to have that repertoire to bring that, you know, to the table, with especially with the musicians that are backing you up. They have to be able to play any song or take requests.
Right.
You know, somebody's wedding song, you know, and be able to do it in the key that you do it in. That's a friendly key for me. So yeah, there's a lot of little bitty things that go into that one big piece of pie to make it, you know, make it all work.
You can adapt, and that's what it's all about, being able to give the people what they want. So Beth, I wish we had more time, but I know you have some dates coming up, and we want to put them out there for you. So please let them know what's going on in May.
Well, there's a lot of exciting things. I'm involved in a show that's going to be at Smithville Village. It's called Alice in Wonderland, and there's a whole huge cast. I'll be performing a song during the fight scene. I'm portraying the White Queen, and there's 2 shows in May on Saturday and one on Sunday. And then all of this will be on my website, bethtinnon.com, BETHTINNON.com. I've got Tropicana Casino and the Lounge there coming up May 13th, 6 to 10. That's my duo. I'll be in Cape May on May 14th. The performance, what I was just speaking of, Alice in Wonderland as the White Queen, will be May 21st and May 22nd. Resorts Casino on May 27th. We'll be performing at Delaware Park inside the Hops Lounge on May 28th, along with the Autumn Lake Winery, Hard Rock Casino June 12th. And then every Thursday at the Touch of Italy restaurant. They have amazing food there,
yes,
and
do.
It's a real nice setup and a lot of really nice folks, great people to work with. So yeah, but always go to that website because I have all my dates, you know, and all the information there at that website. And you can get on my mailing list as well.
We will definitely be checking you out, and we'll put it up as we put this interview up. Thanks again for joining us, Beth. We really appreciate it. The class and sass to today's music, country music, and the show. You brought it to our show also today. Listen, folks, stay right where you're at. We'll be right back with more of the show.